Oh! What are you guys doing here? I'm fine.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tim Scott. It's very nice to see you all here this evening. I will tell you some things about me to get started. On August 26th, I turned 11 years old, and on that same day, I started 6th grade. I have an advanced brown belt in martial arts, and in the next few weeks, I should have earned my red belt. That means only one more promotion left before I test for my black belt. I also started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in July, and I am loving the challenge. Something else I really enjoy is cooking and baking at home, and my collection of cookbooks is rapidly growing. I was very busy over this summer. I went to the Texas Lions Camp for kids with disabilities, followed by a sightseeing mini vacation in Austin with my family. Hawaiian Falls has a Champions Day where they open a little early for people with disabilities one day. So we got to enjoy that before it was all packed with people. We took several trips to the libraries in both Frisco and Plano. We went to the Rough Riders baseball game for Kids Night Out, and the weather could not have been more perfect that night. Remember in July that unexpected cool snap we had? We couldn't believe it. Texas July, and it was in the 70s. We went ice skating twice over the summer, which was great. The trip to see the Barnum and Bailey Circus was amazing. I went to play at the Spray Ground Park in Allen. Of course, we went to a favorite annual event, Dairy Queen CMN Miracle Treat Day. Yum. We saw an FC Dallas soccer game and went to the other Champions Day at Hawaiian Falls this summer, which fell on my older brother Seth's birthday. A visit to the Children's Aquarium at Fair Park for the first time, where we got to feed stingrays, was a big favorite. In the last few months, we have seen 10 movies at the theater. Wow. Almost 2 weeks ago, in the worst of the crushing heat we just had, we went to see a Rangers game. Though we were lucky to be seated in the shade, we melted. But the game was still a great time. We got in the pool at home twice that day, actually, and it was nice. All the while, I attended martial arts 5 or 6 times a week during the summer. And here we are to the present with me back in school, where I am proud to be in this accelerated pace class in an honors math. I hope that didn't bore you. I did have a reason to tell you about some of the things I have been up to. The point is that I could do those things. Now I'll tell you a bit about my diagnosis. In March of 2009, my mother spoke to me, and when I looked up at her, one of my eyes crossed. She watched it over time, asked me questions on whether I felt like throwing up or if I had headaches, and I always told her everything was fine because it was. One June night, my other eye crossed for the first time. And when she was talking to me about something, I was making little hum sounds. She asked me why I was doing that, and my answer was that my throat was hurting. My mom knew that I was going to be seen by my doctor rapidly. Our family doctor examined me and actually did not find anything wrong, but he knew my mom and trusted her instincts, so he ordered an MRI for me. Shortly after it was done, I was brought into the recovery room to start being woken up from anesthesia. While I was in there, the radiologist came in and motioned my mother out of the room. My mom knew right then that she was correct in what she had thought was wrong with me. I had a brain tumor. I was admitted that day to Dallas Children's Medical Center. The doctors had decided that since I was stable, they would have me on some high-powered steroids for several days before they went in to do a biopsy and to create a temporary drain for the fluid that was backed up in my head. It was that fluid that caused my eyes to cross from pressure on my optic nerves from my odd speech. Before we knew it, it was surgery morning already. A few hours later, I was in the recovery room, which was so busy that they only allow one parent at a time to come see you. I have some vague memories from the hectic recovery room, seeing first my dad and then my mom. After the biopsy, my medical team decided that been longer than planned. I didn't start to stir until about a full day after I was expected to be awake, and it took a few days for me to really shake it off and be present and accounted for. On the morning I checked out after the big surgery, I climbed into a little red wagon that was pulled down to the lobby of the hospital. While waiting with my mom for my dad to pull the car around, I was watching the kids and families coming in the door. I told my mom that when I grew up, I wanted to be a doctor to help kids like me. There I was, a 6-year-old boy in pain, unable to stand without help, working on recovery from my second brain surgery in less than 2 months, and my thought was about helping others. We learned in a few weeks after surgery that the tumor that was removed was actually a unique one and cannot be neatly classified. It was upgraded to a grade 2 tumor with grade 3 characteristics, since it was not a quote-unquote traditional juvenile pilocytic astrocytoma, like they thought from my earlier biopsy. Since it cannot all be safely removed from my brainstem, I get regular MRIs and will always have to watch what is left. If it changes, I will immediately begin chemotherapy. Just weeks after the big surgery, it was the first day of school. My surgeon only took my hair along the incision, but it was a long zigzag from one ear to the other. With my dark hair, it was a pretty obvious incision, so I went to school prepared. I had a one-page speech ready so that I could talk to my classmates about what had happened to me. I didn't want anyone to be afraid of me or wondering why I would have to rest and sit out at PE and recess for a while. So we thought it was a good idea to just jump in on the first day of school and get it all out there. That was my first speech, and ever since then, I've been fortunate to give speeches to several children's charities to help with kids with illnesses of all kinds. I am much improved from the short-term memory problems I originally had. My balance is so much better than it was, thanks largely to the martial arts classes I take. I have right-sided weakness post-surgery, so it is challenging for me to hold a pen and write since I am right-handed. That weakness has affected my right eye too, so my focusing muscles don't work so well. The tumor had impacted my growth, slowing it down, but starting this year, it looks like I may be moving on. I tire more easily, but you know what? Overall, I have nothing to complain about. 95% of my tumor was removed, and I am here today with my family and enjoying my life. The doctors have the tools and knowledge to make the right choices for my care. And with the support of the National Brain Tumor Society working for the funding of advancing technologies and the sciences on better treating brain tumors, more and more patients are getting the great outcome I've been lucky enough to have. I was so honored last year to learn that I had been chosen to represent the state of Texas as the 2012 Texas Champion for Children's Miracle Network. You wouldn't believe how inspiring it was for me to be around all the champions from all the states when we traveled to Washington, D.C. and Orlando, Florida last September. Jenny from Alabama, who was also diagnosed with a brain tumor, went through even more on her journey than I did. But like me, she speaks to raise funds for sick kids, and I look up to her. Cody from Hawaii had a rare vessel condition in his brain that led him to be in a coma for weeks, and now does activity after activity to raise funds and awareness for CMN, while continuing his recovery on a day-to-day basis and always seems to have a huge smile on his face. All those kids were such an inspiration. If me and other kids can champion causes to help others, then anyone